As U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem is responsible for directing and overseeing DHS, ICE, and the federal officers who enforce our immigration laws. Under her leadership, these agencies have repeatedly engaged in actions that violate core constitutional protections and betray the limits placed on government power. While claiming to defend American freedoms, her policies have instead expanded unchecked surveillance, abusive enforcement, and disregard for due process. Federal officers, under Kristi Noem's Department of Homeland Security, are attacking citizens who are peacefully assembling and speaking out. This is not public safety. This is the government using fear and violence to silence dissent. When peaceful protest is met with tear gas and batons, the First Amendment is not being protected. It is being trampled. When it comes to the Second Amendment, the threat isn't only from criminals. It's from the very government that promises to protect our rights.
This individual showed up to impede a law enforcement operation and assaulted our officers. They responded according to their training and took action to defend the officer's life and those of the public around him. And I don't know of any peaceful protester that shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign. This is a violent riot when you have someone showing up with weapons and are using them to assault law enforcement officers.
When agents kick in doors and pull people from their cars without a judge's warrant, that is not routine enforcement. It is a direct assault on the Fourth Amendment. The Constitution protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures, yet these raids treat every home and every vehicle as if rights no longer apply. When government power ignores warrants and probable cause, no one's privacy, safety, or freedom is secure. Caging people in filthy, overcrowded rooms with no beds, a single exposed toilet, and days without a chance to bathe is not processing. It is punishment without trial. When detainees are denied basic legal rights, including access to an attorney and a meaningful chance to defend themselves, the Fifth Amendment's promise of due process becomes an empty slogan. A government that treats human beings this way is not upholding the law. It is breaking the very Constitution it swore to obey. Understand this. Fear is their weapon. Obedience, their goal. But there are more of us than there will ever be of them. We are the inheritors of liberty, not the subjects of tyranny. Do not strike first. Do not act in anger. Do not incite violence, but arm yourself. Prepare yourself to meet violence with force. Be ready to defend your home, your neighbor, your freedom. Be ready to defend yourselves against authoritarian overreach. Because when tyranny comes to your door, it won't knock.
Now it's time for the throw button!